Not that song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 896. It's wonderful. Today it's the return of the much-loved feature, the MIKELOPEDIA INSANICA, here at Cafe Anyway with me, Mike Matthews. The last place on earth is where we are, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley. And we'll find out stuff you really need to keep in mind in your crazy tech life. Plus, we hear from Chely Shoehart, Mike's Daily Podcast, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the engineer. I try to act smart. Mike's Daily Podcast. Well, I've been working for about a month or so at a radio station that carries all Christian talk shows, and most are uplifting. Some are slightly scary, though, like this one guy who's on who hates Democrats, gays, and people with fros. Yeah, he's so bad the station only carries half hour of his 1 hour program. Mike's Daily Podcast. He hates our president because he's black, and that makes me go, damn, Mike's this guy needs Daily to be replaced podcast with a nice preacher with grace. Yeah! Whether you are religious or not, grace is always something good to have. I think the right-wing nut on the air there probably could use a couple buckets of it. Look who just walked in. Hello, my God, this is Chely Shoehart, good chef supervisor. Oh my God, that guy sounds like he's a total hater. He hates, and a hater's gonna hate. Taylor Swift said that. I know. She says it on the radio every time I turn it on. I know, Mike Matthews, it's wonderful. We live in a Taylor Swift world. We live in her world. No, wait. It's her world, we're only living in it. Exactly, Mike Matthews. I followed your train of thought there. Good. Yeah, so this guy hates a lot. And oh, look who else has walked in. Hello, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere, the engineer. Mike, from a Judeo-Christian perspective, he should be full of love because you are to love your neighbor as thyself. Wow, you could be a preacher man, John Deere. Yes, I could. By the way, everyone should go to the Podcastro Valley Gay Pride Festival tomorrow. Yeah, it's going on tomorrow at Podcastro Valley High School in their parking lot. They did it last year. They did a really smart thing because all over Podcastro Valley, they have installed these huge solar panels that, of course, absorb the sunlight and create energy and power. And at the same time, they provide shade because it can be so darn hot in Podcastro Valley, although lately it's been rather chilly. I don't like having to wear a jacket! Are you okay? Yeah, I just went through puberty again. Oh, man, that's about what, puberty for me, I go through it every couple of months, but I went through puberty initially in the mid to late 80s, around high school. I was a late bloomer in high school. But I love the music from the late 80s. So I put together this little karaoke, okie dokie, Mikey Okie. I've come up with enough stupid names for it. Anyway, here it's Mike Makes Music. But these are other people's songs from that era.
Mike Makes Music.
You don't know how long I have waited, and I was going to tell you tonight. But the secret is still my own, and my love for you is still unknown. All alone. Take it to the chorus. I always got by on my own. I never really cared until I met you. And I can't watch anymore. Yeah. No more denial. It's so hard to lay down in all of this. Red rain is coming down. Red rain is pouring down. What religion or reason could drive a man to forsake his lover? Erasure. Don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no. So I hear you calling. Oh baby, please give a little respect. Give a little respect to shameful lowlands of the way I'm drifting gloomily through time. Oh, I reached inside myself today, thinking there's got to be some way to keep my troubles distant. That's aha. The world turns black and white. Pictures in an empty room. Your line of stars falling down. Better change your tune. Yeah, some Van Halen. Oh, and they played in Concord last night. I doubt they did that song, though. That was during the Sammy Hagar era. The Van Hagar area. And David Lee Roth was there last night. So, yeah, I kind of blew my voice out there doing that karaoke, okie dokie. We also heard some Peter Gabriel and Hart in there. I just want to say that you can have so much karaoke fun with your YouTube. Just turn on the YouTube and start singing, everybody. Get your friends fun Friday night fun-tastic stuff. Mike, we're all deaf now. Sorry, John Deere, the engineer. Yeah, Mike, you didn't need to do that. Well, you make people deaf whenever you talk. Yeah, but people like that. Ah. Plus, I clean the floors because I'm Floyd the Floorman. Mike Matthew, I kind of enjoyed that, even though hearing songs from the 80s always creeps me out. Why does it creep you out? Because all the guys that were like from that era are old and creepy now. Except for Patrick Dempsey. That's true, that guy never ages. Or Tom Cruise. It's so strange. I know. How does that happen? At any rate, what do you think about karaoke and crazy right-wing nuts and people that don't have grace and people that are supposed to be Christian? They say they are anyway, and they have no love for other people. It's like they just hate, and therefore they are haters. You can email me, MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST-896-Gmail.com. You read your comments on the section emails from email and your comment, not so comments. Yes, you can comment on my Twitter. I'm at Mike Talks. Also, there on Facebook, facebook.com/MIKES-DAILY-Podcast. And there is also the blog, the Daily Podcast Picture, and all my past interviews are at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. What else is there, Mike? Well, if you want to help out the show and you buy a lot of stuff on Amazon, which reminds me, I'm going to have to buy some new earbuds. Basil the Boxer jumped up today and caught my earbud and sliced it in half. It's right here. It's all split apart. Thank you, Basil. So if you're going to buy anything on Amazon, go through the MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com website, and you'll see the Amazon link. Either if you're looking on your phone, it's down towards the scroll down to the bottom. Or if you're looking through your desktop, you can find it there on the left-hand side if you're looking through a regular computer. And just click on that Amazon window, and then you can bookmark that link that you've done because it's gone through the website. And then whenever you buy anything, that helps us out. And you're supporting us, and you're feeling good because you do that. Or you can support us through the PayPal, which if you do that, you can become a Mike's Daily Podcaster. And we will send you an MP3 from all of the podcast characters, the cafe characters here, the podcast personalities, the podcast people, the crazy nuts. Mike Matthews, that's like so mean. Now you're a hater. I'm sorry. I mean the great people, podcast people. Uh-huh. That's what I meant. Mea culpa? Sure, you can mea culpa by bringing me a big gulpa. What the? Big gulpa, Mike Matthews. You don't drink that. That's full of soda pop, and it's horrible for you. Well, fill it up with water then, Mike Matthews. All right, Chely, I will. Do you want anything, John Deere? No, I wasn't insulted. You weren't? Okay, good. So, yeah, that's all there at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com, as well as links to where to listen to the show in iTunes. You can comment on the show and rate the show there. If you do that, more people find out about us and we don't languish in obscurity. You can also hear us on YouTube, SoundCloud, TuneIn, Stitcher, Podomatic, Mixcloud, Spreaker, Player FM, Ameristream Live. And you can also find us on Instagram, Yelp, and Tumblr and share us through those places. And if you want to listen to my morning show that I do from the Connecticut radio station called Wolverine Radio, You can hear that weekday mornings from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The link to that is at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com, as well as the link to the country music station that I am on the internet. Weekends from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Pacific Time. The link to that is at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com as well.
The MIKELOPEDIA INSANICA.
That is a group called Midnight Juggernauts. It's a song called This New Technology. And I love how all of a sudden it turns into this... It slows down all of a sudden. And it sounds so freaking like early 80s as we go back to that late 70s, early 80s thing that I'm obsessed with. Doesn't it kind of sounds like, what are they called? Oh, frick. That band that did Nights in White Satin. The Moody Blues, thank you. Kind of has that when they were doing their thing in the 80s. Alright. I blame an overload of technology and the effect it has on your brain. This was in the local Castro Valley Forum newspaper. Do you feel like you are becoming more forgetful and distracted? Do you have difficulty focusing? Are you losing touch with family and close friends? Could it be the result of aging or stress? And should the blame fall on that iPhone that's constantly in your hand? At the end of the day, when we should be relaxing, we often find ourselves sitting in front of the TV, surfing the web, and checking Facebook on a laptop while sending texts on our phone. How much is too much when it comes to technology? And what effect does that information overload have on our brains? Opportunities for multitasking and being interrupted have surged over the last few years. The phone, once mounted on the kitchen wall, is now a constant companion. And it's not just a phone, it's a mini computer offering all manner of technological distractions. Multitasking can be a wonderful thing. Parents are multitasking geniuses. Knowing how to divide our attention can be a useful skill. The problem arises when you need to focus on a single essential task. Whether you're a student studying for an important test or someone engaged in a crucial project at work, constant distraction and interruptions can be detrimental to the task at hand. An email flashes calling for your attention, or a text message bings on your cell phone. When you turn your attention away from the main task, two things happen. One, even if the distraction is only 15 seconds, it may take your brain 2 to 3 minutes to fully return your attention to the primary task. Therefore, your study session or your project will take even longer than anticipated. And number two, many brain specialists also believe that with frequent interruptions, it may be harder for your brain to convert information into intermediate and long-term memory. In other words, your brain does not retain the information. Young people growing up with these devices are more adept at multitasking with them. They are surprisingly good at processing incoming information from various sources. However, the practice can still have detrimental effects. Multitasking during an important period of learning hampers efficiency. It's fine for socializing, but not ideal to learn or to get something. It's not an ideal way to learn or to get something important accomplished. Still, technology can be a great tool for providing active stimulation and challenges for the brain. Learning new technology such as computers and cell phones, exploring new topics, and staying connected with people are all good ideas for the aging brain as well. When it's time to focus, however, turn off the distracting devices. Return to them when you are done with your project, or schedule specific times to check email or Facebook. Every hour, for instance, or two. All that information will still be waiting for you. Da 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 da.
It's out of our hands. It's computer control.
That was a great band from the 90s that played country music called The Tractors, and a song called Computer Controlled. So computer technology, this is an interesting bit of technology. Fashion mogul Diane von Furstenberg who's appeared many times on Project Runway. I know that because I used to be married. She said she will launch a high-tech purse that automatically and cordlessly charges smartphones. This according to CNBC. The purse, which does not yet have a price tag, will go on sale in limited edition this holiday season before rolling out broadly next year. The designer is working with an undisclosed technology partner on the handbag. My role in fashion is really solution-driven, she said. I'm always on the go, so it's important you have everything at the right time. The idea of creating a handbag that charges a smartphone isn't entirely new. Kate Spade recently announced that it will launch a similar product line this fall. Von Furstenberg, a regular in Sun Valley, Idaho, I guess Sun Valley, Idaho must be cool then, took the stage at this year's Allen & Company conference for a panel on the future of fashion along with Spanx founder Sarah Blakely. Thank you, Spanx, for making large-size women look so damn good. I drop the thought of train that I had when I see them. Von Furstenberg said, technology is the biggest revolution. It's such a big part of our lives. We do everything with technology, so it's not even separate anymore. It just is. Though she doesn't wear an Apple Watch, she said she also is interested in wearable technology. At her New York Fashion Week show in September of 2012, she sent models down the runway wearing Google Glass, because she wanted them to look as ugly as possible. But von Furstenberg cautions the term wearable tech. She says it won't even be a word anymore because everything you do will have technology. And it just won't even be, wearable tech won't even be a word. If you're interested in millennials, she said, everyone is on social media and everyone is a brand. It's very interesting to brands to see how they can work with a generation who each of them is their own brand. Oh my God. That's another weird thing about millennials. We were talking about that on the other show where I thought that millennials could telekinetically speak with each other and speak with the stars. Because they don't even text anymore. That when you try and text a millennial, they never text back, or forget even them calling you back. So I figure that they're all talking with each other telekinetically. Mind control. Mind control. That was fun. Yeah, wow. Millennials think of themselves as brand. Don't do that, millennials. Don't cheapen yourself. Don't make yourself a product, a thing, like so much cereal being sold. Don't do that. You're your own person. You're your own brand. Oh, I see how this is going.
Sometimes I feel like a dinosaur.
As we go outside of Cafe Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Back when I was married, my ex-wife and I, we lived in Alabama for 2 years. We used to take a trip up to Nashville every couple of weekends. It's about an hour and a half drive, and there's so much to see there. And we were sort of in Alabama, kind of out in the sticks. And we were near Huntsville, Alabama, which is a little city, but it's not as developed and kind of, you know, cosmopolitan and city-ish like Nashville is. And then of course there's all the music and there's all kinds of stuff there, and it was cool to see. And we'd stop in Franklin. They have a cool little downtown. They do a neat Charles Dickens festival around Christmas time. Everybody dresses up like they're from A Christmas Carol, and it's just fun stuff. But they've got all around Nashville these guitars that are rather big. They're all probably about 9 or 10 feet tall and have different colors, and it reflects the songwriting atmosphere that is in Nashville. And I love it. I took a picture of one. That's a picture from back then, and you can see that now at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Mike Matthews, do you play the guitar? You know I don't. I play the karaoke. No, I play the keyboard, kinda. I haven't done it in months, though. I wonder if I can still do it. Mike, it's like a bike. You can get back on the bike. and crash into a trash can. Oh, let me try that. I'm getting on the bike. I'm riding. Oh, great, Mike. Now I gotta clean that up because I'm Floyd the Floorman. But we're outside. The floor is really the ground. You're not Floyd the Ground Man. Oh, yeah. Not a groundskeeper. No, I'm not. Mm-hmm. Mike. What? Gay Pride Festival tomorrow in Castro Valley. Right, okay. Just making sure everybody knew that. Of course, you could be listening to this on Sunday or Monday or something, and then it doesn't matter. In which case, we had a great time, didn't we? Mike, it was great! I had a great time wearing rainbow-like colors. And Mike Matthews, I went there, and I met Brian Gosling Jr. Again? Yeah. He comes in and out of my life. Oh, that's interesting. I thought you were with the brewmaster, though. I am. Did he get jealous? He didn't realize what was going on, per usual. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that you have a great relationship like that. Yeah. So, whatever relationship or type of relationship you have, I hope you enjoy that relationship. And the next podcast, which we're going to have with a very confused Craig Morgan, is going to be on. He is a country singer, and back when he first started, he went over to KHEY, the radio station I used to work for, and I did a show called the KHEY Santa Fe Cafe, and he was on there. I interviewed him. I had the cafe characters show up. Some of them were Cafe Anyway characters. Chely Shoehart, I think you were there. I think I was, Mike Matthews. So you've been around for quite a while. Why do you still sound like a teenager? I don't know. Because I am. You're forever young. Forever young! Forever young! Stop it, Mike Matthews. Sorry, that Disney commercial got to me again. Dang it. Yeah, so that's what we... And it's a Bob Dylan song, of course. You know, Craig Morgan will be on the next show as we revisit a segment that I have not done in like over a year called Mike's Cassette Cubbyhole, which you can find past Cassette Cubbyhole sessions on the website MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Look at the top of the page for the word Cubbyhole and click on that, and you'll hear past interviews that I've done, like with the Dixie Chicks, Dierks Bentley, Shelley Wright, a couple other country music singers. And that's called the Cassette Cubbyhole because they were all on cassette, right? So, the next one, Craig Morgan, it'll be fun. Now he's really popular with songs like Redneck Yacht Club and Almost Home. So, we will listen to that early show before he had a big country hit song yet. And then, of course, I will be on the Country Crossroads Radio Internet show, program, station, country station, that you can find through TuneIn, or you can go to countrycrossroadsradio.com. I will be on there tomorrow Pacific time, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., and on Sunday as well. Tomorrow being I should have just said Saturday and Sunday, because you could be listening to this on Saturday and not knowing what... Right! All right, the show's done. Yay! All right, everybody's too happy about that fact. Next show, we are going to hear from Benita the Rodeo Queen, the disgruntled fiddle player, and the brewmaster.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!